What's up, everybody? Welcome back again to your favorite and our favorite wrestling podcast, Lucha House Show podcast. But there's no time for hype. No time for hype at all this week. How can you hype this week up more than it's already hyped itself? All I need to say is WWE Universe, Wrestling Universe has been rocked, figuratively and literally. So, as always, with my colleagues here at ringside, the armless assassin, Renzo Sin Brazos, and the dreadlock demon himself, Rowdy Roddy Para. Let's get this show on the road. Let's start talking about what's going on. Let's try and make sense out of what the hell's going on. Rod?
Yes. Oh, man, you said it. What else can we say? We can't really just listen to us, download us, the whole day, put a give 5-star that we said at the beginning, and then we got pretty good news at the end. So we will talk about that. But like you said, we got rocked, literally. This week on SmackDown, the whole universe, everyone's talking about it. Either you're a wrestling fan or non-wrestling fan, everyone's talking about it because we know Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, The Rock now because he earned the rights again, did everything this past week. He became part of TKO, part of the board of members, and on top of that, he came into SmackDown as he was giving counseling to Cody Rhodes, apparently. And then Cody Rhodes says to Roman Reigns, I'm gonna take everything, but not a WrestleMania. And then someone that knows you really well who might see you, and the Rock's music just hits and everyone just lost the shit in many different ways. All right. Let's get started with your impressions the moment the music. No, hang on. I want the impressions before of when Cody Rhodes said, I'm not going for you at WrestleMania.
Wow, man. That was a shock. I didn't know where it was going. I didn't know what was going on. That was the purpose of Cody winning the Rumble, right? He pointed to Roman. He pointed to the WrestleMania sign. That was it, man. We talked about it last week. We were like, yep, it's going to happen. This is it. It's Cody's time. We were happy for him. And then whatever happened. And I don't know, we'll talk about it. But the direction that I thought and my heart was in it. And like Mars, I'm a Cody fan as well. And it was this guy's time, man. But we'll talk about the rest. What are your thoughts, Mars?
Man, look, as you guys know, we all got onto the chat straight away. Well, I wasn't watching it live, but Rod put it on the chat straight away. Like when you guys watch SmackDown, let me know your thoughts. And when I eventually did watch it, and then I watched it again, and then I watched it again, and then I watched it again, I was like, I don't know what my thoughts are, man. I was just like, seriously, I'm gonna take a step back. I'm not gonna be a Cody Mark. I'm not gonna say what a lot of people have been saying on the internet, which some of it has been way over the top, and we just need to keep perspective. We're talking about a wrestling angle. Some of the stuff that was said to Rock's daughter was just outrageous and totally out of line. But my thoughts are I know what he said, but I still think we're going to see him at WrestleMania because. He did, all he said was not at WrestleMania, but he didn't say that something might not happen before. Everyone just assumes that it's after WrestleMania. But we've got a PLE coming up here. I'm not saying he's going to do anything here, but something's going to happen. And the most important thing to remember is that there's a press conference this Thursday in Las Vegas for obvious reasons. You know, for those that don't know, for those that have been living under a rock or don't follow sports, the Super Bowl's in Las Vegas on Sunday. US time. So this press conference is where all the media outlets in the US, if not the world, will have their eyes in Vegas or be at Vegas. So what a brilliant piece of marketing. But what Cody said, not at WrestleMania, that kind of put me off a bit, but I still think he's going to be there. But there's so much to talk about. There's stuff that happened before that, so much to talk about. But let's take it step by step. Otherwise, I'm going to end up speaking for an hour and then I'm just going to turn into a mark and say a bunch of shit.
That's fine, man. We're always good with anything. So yeah, we got Cody Rhodes saying no at WrestleMania. It shocked everyone. I was watching it live. Shocked the shit out of me. I was like, what's happening? But then as soon as he said that, And he said, I've been taking counts. So I'm like, fuck, this is The Rock. I couldn't see anything else happening. And the moment he said, hit the music, we see The Rock coming in. People lost the shit. People just absolutely lost it. We've been waiting for this match for a few years now. It just is happening in not the best time. But at this is when everything gets fucked up because it does happen at stamp, but sometimes it happens at the best time. So let's go to the next part. What are your thoughts the moment the music from The Rock hits?
Yeah, I was shocked. I didn't think it was going to happen. We've kind of look, man. We've talked about this for years, right? You know, we've been screaming this since Mars was in WrestleMania last year. The Rock. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And when it now that it is happening, it's kind of hard to believe. It will more so in the way that it's happening, but it's here, man. We all wanted it. And now the majority of us are complaining that it's happening, right? Instead of being happy that it's happening, that it's finally happening, that this, head of the table stuff is coming full circle. Now we're all complaining. Yeah. Now we're all complaining in the way that it's happened. But hey, man, look, I'm happy that it's happening in the way that it happened. Look, no, I feel bad for Cody, especially, with some of the things that have been said in relation to it. But yeah, look, it's happening. There's no end in sight for it now. There's things that might change, but we got what we wanted. We've been screaming this for a few years, especially Rod and I in the podcast. We've been screaming for this for years, many years, right? And, with Mars, when Mars joined, that's what we've been talking about. The Rock. When's The Rock coming? When's The Rock coming? The head of the table. It needs to happen. So it's here.
Yeah, look, it's like you said, everybody wanted that end. It's just the means of getting to that end is where the issues But what do you think of this? There's a lot of assumptions being made. There's a lot of assumptions being made. The Rock, who's arguably one of the greatest performers on the mic in the history of professional wrestling across all generations, was at SmackDown and did not say a single word, not one word, nothing. So everything that's been talked about is all assumptions. And you just said some key words there, Ren. You feel bad for Cody. That's what they want. That's the angle. That's what they want. That is he's already a massive baby face. He's going to be an even massiver, if that's even a word, a bigger baby face. The camera followed him. When a wrestler leaves the ring, he could have stayed in that ring. He could have stayed in that ring. It could have been him, Rock and Roman. But no, he left. And when a wrestler usually leaves at the ring, they usually roll out and they go out the side or they walk up the walkway again, but they're not followed. The camera followed him all the way back. They want us to feel bad for Cody. They want us 100%. To think that Rock's come in there wielding his power, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. This is an angle. This is pro wrestling. There's people saying, oh, this is a work. This is a work. Of course it's a fucking work. It's pro wrestling. It's all a fucking work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
This is a brilliant angle. Maybe they underestimated the backlash against Rock. But it's not the first time. Like I said in the chat, WrestleMania 18, everyone was supposed to boo Hogan and cheer The Rock. And it turned around, man. It turned around.
Yeah,
so
I get
believe in the product. Believe in the product.
100%. Yeah. And you can tell, you were saying that the face of Cody Rhodes and The Rock enters the ring. That camera angle as well. His face of disappointment. You hear. But a lot of shit has been happening. A lot of things have become back and forth. What was it? This has been worked before Royal Rumble. So no matter what, Cody was going to win the Royal Rumble. And no matter what, The Rock was going to come in on SmackDown. Now, The Rock is there. The Rock says some keyword there. That's what it got me. Fuck, The Rock is going to be here for a long time. And also, I think you said it a little bit before, because I shared a video of The Rock getting ready before he got to SmackDown. The Rock is slim. The Rock loses a bit of size, and that's because he's been doing cardio, because he's going to be in the ring. So it means The Rock is been training to get into a ring, And remember this, his daughter is the GM at NXT at the moment. Hang on a second. And The Rock just put a post. He says, the long game.
Yeah.
But that means The Rock is going to be here for a while. He just got a representative of him in WWE.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna. The Rock is not coming for 2 seconds. The Rock is coming for a long time. With so many things could happen, and like you said, The Rock didn't say shit. He stood there, slowly walking until the camera finished with Roman Reigns and him face to face. It was just absolutely great. The backlash, yeah, we want Cody. Is a hashtag. It's been going everywhere by everyone. We're talking about inside wrestling, outside wrestling, wrestlers from other companies, everyone doing the hashtag We Want Cody. It's just absolutely great. It's been trending around the world for a while now. It's just absolutely great. And the first thing is, we got Raw this week. And Cody gets into the ring, talk to Seth Rollins. He doesn't get to say anything about his decision to Rollins, and Drew McIntyre gets involved, which makes us believe that he might go against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Because if he hasn't say anything yet, it's something. And then we got the end of Raw, which we got Nakamura with Drew, with Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes all together. We got the Elimination Chamber right there, 4 of them. It's one missing. Who's going to be the person missing? But in my perspective, at least I believe Cody's not going to be in the Elimination Chamber battle. He's not going to go.
He doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to be. He won the Rumble. He doesn't have to be.
Exactly. He doesn't want to be. So, and I said it before. I think I mentioned Drew as part of the Elimination Chamber. And I think it could be Lashley. And no, it doesn't make sense. But at the moment, it's Sami 100%, Drew 100%, Nakamura 100%. We're just missing 2. Who could be the other 2 that can get in? They got something to do with Seth Rollins. I don't know. What do you guys thought about that? This, I don't know where to go now. Like we just talk about the most shocking part. Yeah. Now it's
like
free for all.
But I think we need to go back and look at what Roman Reigns, what the promo he cut on SmackDown.
Yeah, let's
because
go back to
that was pivotal too. That was pivotal too because if you a week before that, Seth Rollins, who is an absolute beast at cutting promos, especially live in the ring, he cut a promo that elevated his title to heights that it hadn't reached yet. Yes. Like he made some very, very valid points. He made some great points that even like got, Cody marks like myself, and I'm sure Renzo as well, thinking, hey, maybe he's giving this title credit. Maybe this title does have credibility. It's never going to have the credibility that the Universal title has, but he makes some valid points. Roman Reigns came out and in a promo that went for a minute or 2, absolutely shot that Seth Rollins promo to pieces.
Yes,
to pieces, shattered it, saying, "Yeah, nah, your title's like no way. This is the title. This is the history. This is the title with the lineage. This is the title that Bruno Sammartino held." Yeah. That meant nothing. Yeah. And what about that thing when he mentioned Seth Rollins and he goes, "Exactly, no pop." Like, wow, that was savage, man.
Yeah.
Savage. Yeah. So it's the title. It's the Roman title. It's definitely the title. And, maybe I'm jumping a bit far ahead, but WrestleMania 20, triple threat match main event. WrestleMania 30, match main event. Exactly. WrestleMania 40, triple threat match main event.
It's been a few times. There's been it's not, the only one. It's been a few people that's been pointing that out. A few of the old wrestlers, Baba Ray pointed it out. A few people has been pointing that out. Triple threat match will be possible, which is 100%. Also, there's something they all it's something really important there. What's called what I was gonna say. My dog is barking. I completely lost my train of thought right now. Renzo, you want to say something before I can try to remember
look, I was definitely gonna say what are you guys' thoughts on probably what PW in Pro Wrestling Insider said that one source has compared how Dwayne Johnson, The Rock Johnson, has come in and tried to take over the DC and Fast and Furious franchise, and that's why he's here. He's got the power now, and He's taken over, and now everything's going to get turned to shit.
Look, DC, look, DC, I don't know. DC fucked it up with the movie Black. Look, I'm going back to Comic-Con 2018, I think it was. No, sorry, too much back. 2021. I think it was Comic-Con 2021, because that's when the movie came out. From 22, 21. I can't remember. One was Comic-Con. I went to Comic-Con in Sydney. It was plastered with fucking Black Adams. Plastered it everywhere. And the first thing I said when I looked at that, I was like, they're going to fuck this movie up. They hyped it up too much. They hyped it up too much. That means the movie's shit. And it was what I said. The movie was absolutely crap. That movie was crap. From, like, I know there's crappy movies, bro. I love Night at the Roxbury. People say it's a shit movie. Fucking love that movie. It's shit. No, but it's fucking funny, you know? It's a shit movie, but it's hilarious. Black Adams, I watched it once, and that's about it. I watch movies like 3-4 times, but it's the only movie that I ever watched once. I can never watch it again. It's horrible. With the Fast and the Furious thing, Fast and the Furious been going back and forth, but I even lost track of Fast and the Furious. I ended up in Fast and Furious 5, I think it was, and that's about it. I got the fucking shooting rocks and then shit in the space. Who fucking knows? Now with WWE, look, he probably is pulling rank. I hardly doubt it. Him and Triple H, they got a history together. They know, and I'm pretty sure The Rock knows the product, and he can see what Triple H has been doing. They're not gonna come and shit all over Triple H. This is. I remember the words of Paul Heyman. Before we in the second inning. Now we're like in the bottom of the nine. Now we're in the bottom of the nine probably. Like we're just getting there. We get into the bottom of the nine. We get into the last few, rounds before this, 4 innings before this finish, and The Rock had to come in at some point. And he hinted it before, and that's what we said. The moment he came into Raw, it was Raw? No, SmackDown. No, Raw. It was Raw. The moment he came into Raw and said, and we talked about it here, I was like, should The Rock sit at the top of the table, at the head of the table? That was it. We knew it was happening. And we said it. It's happening at WrestleMania. So we said it. Fuck, it's happening at WrestleMania. It's just that Royal Rumble kind of threw a span into the works because he didn't come in. He didn't win the Royal Rumble. That's what a lot of people said. And we said it. It wouldn't make more sense if he comes in as a number 30, wins the Rumble. Fuck, he goes against Roman Reigns. Great. He doesn't kill Cody Rhodes at all. He just leaves Cody there like, fuck, he's going to have to look for another chance to go against Roman Reigns. And everyone will be happy. It just didn't happen that way. Now, why is it happening this way? And that's what everyone wants to know. Why it happened this way? Why they use this way for it?
Well, that's the thing, right? They say that because of his pull and endeavor, one source says that even Triple H would lose the power struggle with Johnson and the power that he's got.
Look, when the dirt sheets start talking about sources, that's when I stopped believing. Well, I never started believing. Like, as if someone that would be privy to that information would come out of a meeting, ring an internet dirt sheet and say, hey, you would not believe what just happened. The Rock's throwing his weight around. But no. That's not how it works, man. Like, the Rock is now on the board of directors of TKO. The Rock now has ownership of his name, The Rock, which he needs to raise that stock, and he will raise that stock because he'll make money off that. Like, the high-selling merch now is The Rock.
Yep.
I think he ever took R-Truth.
Yeah.
The irony. So the Rock is not, and look, I don't know the guy, but he doesn't come across as someone that would throw his weight around. He comes across as a savvy businessman who knows how to make the most of what he's got. So I don't see him doing that. And there's no way they're going to take Hunter out of, chief creative officer. No way. He's the one that he's like 99.9% responsible for the rise again of, WWE.
100%.
The wrestling's red hot because of the storylines that he's done as part of a team, of course. So I don't believe what PW Insider said.
Look, I'm just afraid of the involvement he's got with Brian Gewirtz.
That's his
probably
writer.
one of
That's his cheap. He was always his writer, and he works for him. He works for $7 Productions as well.
But that's the thing. He brought into WWE some of the worst storylines. Like, for example, the Katie Vick, the with Kane. What was the name? Katie Vick. Remember the dead woman.
Unfortunately,
Vince,
I remember. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Vince getting blown up in a limo. You know those storylines, like the worst ones, man. You know this and this. So I don't know, man. This guy hasn't got a good reputation of coming up with good stuff. I don't know. Like that one's kind of frightening for me.
But
Now that you mentioned Vince, there was one point that I didn't make that we all know and everybody knows. There's a lot of shit that's going to hit the fan soon. It's already started. And WWE needs some positive headlines. Because as much as that TKO will say, well, that's Vince. That was the old Vince. That was WWE Entertainment. That was Vince. We're TKO. We own the WWE now. Vince is gone. That's not us. But they still need to have some positive headlines. And that's what The Rock brings. And The Rock is money. The Rock is business. The Rock brings casual wrestling fans.
Yeah.
Like the ones that are pissed off about this, like us, or all us wrestling marks, we'll still keep watching. We're not going to stop watching wrestling because we're pissed off and angry.
No.
And on top of that, we're
going to be there. Like
we're fucking curious. We want to know what the fuck is happening.
Yeah, but isn't that what's great about wrestling? It's taken me back to when I was a kid, waiting 5 hours to watch a 5-minute match on Wild Water Sports on a Saturday afternoon, or staying up till 10:30 at night to watch rock and wrestling on a school night, going to school dead tired to watch a bit of wrestling.
Yeah,
and there was no internet, so we didn't know what was happening. We didn't know, and that's what makes wrestling great. It's good. Like we can all act like marks and like, we've got inside info and we can guess the angles and we book and whatever fantasy book. But I don't know what's going on now, and it's exciting, man. That's what I'm saying. Trust the product because they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
trust 100%. The product.
And you gotta remember, TKO was the one that took all the power from Vince and give it to Hunter. Yeah, he was the one saying, no, Vince is out. Like they gave the chance to Vince. That was time he fucked up SmackDown and Raw in one day after WrestleMania. He fucked up WrestleMania. Like he fucked up that Raw after WrestleMania was Vince fucking it up. And after that was like, nah, Vince, you're out. Hunter, 100% creativity from now on. And he just fixed everything. Like he was able to fix it. So they're not going to take that. They know he's the one behind everything. He's the creative brain behind the storylines. He knows who to put in his stuff. Whoever can The Rock brings in, it will bring them in to be the voice of The Rock in there, because The Rock is not going to be there every day. He's not going to be in every single match. He's not going to be in a live event. He's not going to be at headquarters. The Rock has too much happening, He has too much going on. He has few businesses happening. So he needs someone to represent him in there, someone that calls him, hey, this happened, this is that, what do you think, this is that, just let them know this and that, someone that's physically is going to be there for him so he can, express The Rock's ideas or whatever he wants to express
exactly
in that moment. But he's not going to take over. It's impossible, He has a bad reputation writer. The guys have been writing lately for WWE are great, We've seen some great stories going from great writers, so I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's really weird. What is now, and we're just talking about it, like what's going to happen now with, we got the press conference, which is going to be interesting, because then Cody Rhodes confirmed he's going to be at SmackDown again. So what's the deal here? So he's going to be at the press conference, and then he's going to be at the SmackDown. So The Rock hasn't confirmed he's going to be at SmackDown. Probably he's just going to be at the conference. Now
he'll be at the press conference. I don't think he'll be at SmackDown because I reckon he'll stay in Vegas for the Super Bowl. You'd expect.
Yeah, but we still got to see. Like, all depends what's going to happen in the press conference. We know that Cody already confirmed he's going to be at SmackDown. We know that it's already confirmed. But we don't know about The Rock. We don't know about Roman Reigns. That's the other thing, which was great. Roman Reigns said, "Shit, see this happen." Nothing. Cody Rhodes tweeted. The Rock tweeted. everyone, but Roman Reigns being completely dead silence. Paul Heyman, dead silence. Every single part of the bloodline hasn't said anything about it. So that's a really good thing. That's interesting as well, because now we know what does Roman gonna say? He hasn't said anything. So the other thing, sorry, I was gonna say also, that was really weird. So Cody, when he tweets, trust me, he did it during Raw. So he didn't tweet after Raw, before. He tweeted during Raw. Now, what do you guys think about that? Like, what was the reason behind him tweeting during Raw, which never happens? No wrestler has ever send a message during the show. Speculations are that was just a little bit of a way to try to calm the waters a little bit, because the chants in the stadium were absolutely insane. Rocky sucks. We want Cody.
They were muting. They were muting them.
As much as they could. It took Seth Rollins back. Seth Rollins was like, "Wow, I never thought I was gonna hear that."
Yeah, and well, I think Michael Cole said, "What is this? 1996? Like, WrestleMania 18."
Yeah. So what do you think it was, that tweet from Cody Rhodes during Raw? Was just to calm down a little bit the people that was in the arena at the moment, or just was spread out, or was something it was said to him to do? He did it on his own. What is your thoughts about this?
What did he tweet?
He was like, "Oh, thank you very much. Thank you guys for the support," something like that. I can't remember. For the support. Love you all. ... But ... Trust me. That was like the end of it. So the weird thing is, he did it during the live event, during Raw. So during this was happening. So what are your thoughts on it? Like, why would he do something like this? He was instructed by WWE, or something he was like, "No, fuck, we gotta do, because this is getting out of hand"?
No, 100% he was instructed. It's all part of the angle. It's all part of to make WWE Universe feel sorry for him, make him an even bigger babyface. They don't just tweet things out like that. That's all part of the angles. That's all part of the show. That's what makes like wrestling, like, I suppose in a way, different to all other sports, because it encompasses all this stuff. It encompasses all this reaction. It encompasses social media. So nothing's done without having something to do with something else. Nothing's done indiscriminately without having any forethought of how it may affect storylines or angles. Everything is calculated. I'm not saying sometimes wrestlers go on the mic and they go off, but it doesn't happen very often, and they can shut mics off, like look at the pipe bomb, So it was meant to be. He did it as part of the angle. And as I said, it's all part to gather like momentum for his baby face. He's already a massive baby face, but people feeling sorry for him, it's huge.
That's massive.
It's not feeling sorry for him. It's like, fuck, man, he waited his time. It's his story. Let him finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I agree that there's nothing that goes by the WWE without them having consent for wrestlers to do it, right? I think that the tweet was put out to kind of calm the waters a little bit. I think they expected a reaction. I don't think they expected the reaction that happened, right? Especially with the signs, "We want Cody," and the hashtags and all of that. I've heard on the dirt sheets that they were planted by Brian Gewirtz, but it's been flatly denied that was the fans' reaction. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a plant to get more, I guess, support for Cody, but he didn't need it because the fans are with him from the get-go. So yeah, look, it's interesting the way they've managed this angle. I'm just, like you said, Mars, kind of excited to see where this is headed, man. It's a cluster. It's made the news here in Australia. It's pretty much on the Daily Telegraph almost every day, or news.com, about the royal fuck up that WWE did to Cody. So it's making worldwide news, right? So if it's here in Australia, we're all wrestling fans. They're trying to push, of course, Elimination Chamber. But it's all, I think it's just to get the crowd interested and watching. But yeah, we're watching, man. We're definitely watching.
Yeah, we're all watching. We all want to know what's going to happen. And thinking about what's going to happen, all right, let's go to the next part. Let's go to think what could happen at WrestleMania. Because I heard something, I think I'd share it. It kind of makes sense to what I said before. There could be one night and second night, but the one that I liked that I heard, it was, and I think I share it, was what about if God is waiting for Roman to sign the paper with The Rock, sign the contract. Yeah, we're gonna hit each other against in WrestleMania, and then Corey goes, you know what? I'm the winner. I'm gonna go as well, and it makes him fight 2 nights. So he will lose everything in one WrestleMania. Now we know we're talking about the Hulk Hogan record that he wants to break, or they want him to break. Maybe, maybe no. But one thing we don't know, I know The Rock wants to be the head of the table. That's the one thing. With the title, Matt said it has to be with the title. How about it's 2 nights when one night he's the title or the head of the table, loses the head of the table, and the next night he just loses the title. And in one WrestleMania, in 2 nights, Roman Reigns loses absolutely everything.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't like it, but I don't think. I think there's an X factor that no one's kind of keying into, or maybe we are because we're good and we do fantasy booking. But the X factor is Damian Priest. He's got to cash in sometime, man, and this could be it. WrestleMania could be the one. Cody could end up with nothing, at the end of the day. So I don't know. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of moving parts. I don't know what the hell's going to happen. I've got nothing. I don't even know. Yeah. I don't even know the direction, man.
This is what I think is going to happen, and it's fantasy booking, and it's just what we do, and it's what we love doing. And if you agree, you agree. If you don't, then you're wrong. No, I think Damian Priest won't have anything to do with Roman Reigns' title. I think Damian Priest is the Seth Rollins title. I wouldn't be surprised, just before I talk about what Roman's title, I wouldn't be surprised if we get, and I know I said a couple of weeks ago, I don't see Seth making WrestleMania. Look, the closer we get, he might. I don't know. I don't know if he's had surgery. He's got the bracelet, but I haven't heard anything about him having surgery.
Got attacked. I think that's a really good point. He got attacked by Drew McIntyre.
Yes,
if
yes.
He wasn't 100%, that's something they wouldn't allow at all.
That's right. I think in respect to that title, I think it'll be Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 100%. For that title. I think Drew McIntyre will beat him for the title, and I think Damian Priest will cash in and take it off Drew. That way, Drew can keep up this whinging angle a bit longer.
Yep.
Like excuses and blaming others. But back to what we're talking about now. First of all, I don't see Roman Reigns dropping the title at WrestleMania. I think he's going to go all the way to SummerSlam and beat Hulk Hogan's record. Having said that, and I don't know how they're going to do it, I think it's going to be a triple threat match at WrestleMania. Rock, Roman, and Cody, with The Rock winning. Sorry, no, I'll take that back. I'm fucking stupid. Too late. Sorry. With Roman winning. That way the story continues. Rock has his 15 minutes and then he can go and come back whenever he wants. But I think Cody won't win the title until SummerSlam.
And look, man, I've heard that I've heard your theory, because Mars, there's people out there that put theories like that as well. But I've heard the theory that for SummerSlam there's going to be a unification, and Cody will win the unification. You know what?
No.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Renzo. That makes no sense. And I'll tell you why that makes no sense. Because they just spent the last year or so convincing us that Seth Rollins' title is important. Exactly. And they invented that title just so there would not be a unified title. So why would they undo all of that and bring it back to a unified title when there's 2 separate TV shows and each of them needs a champion?
Yep.
So it makes no sense.
But wait, there's more. So
here we go.
More. So basically what they're waiting for, they're going to unify the belts, right? And this is this is, theories that people have put out there, that the belt was made for Seth, right? Everyone knows that the belt was made for Seth. They're going to bring it back when Seth comes back. That's his belt. So they'll split him when he gets back. So I don't know. It sounds cool to me. Seth is the rightful owner of that belt. But yeah, that's an interesting theory that I read this week, and I was like, wow, that's got some legs.
I don't know. Like Abbas said, they spent too much time building the title to unify. Now give it to Roman on top of that. So Roman again, and then how is he gonna win against Roman Reigns? I don't know.
It'll be Cody. It'll be Cody that holds it until Seth comes back, and then the split will happen again.
I know. You said it's got legs, but I reckon it's about it. The legs are as fragile as Seth Rollins' right knee.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the legs it's got, I think. But then again,
you were going to say
this is all hypothesizing. This is what makes wrestling great. This is what makes us wrestling fans. So I'm not going to sit here and say no, you're wrong. But it's not how I see it going. But you know what? I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again.
No, I thought you were going to say it's got short legs like Hornswoggle.
Oh. That'd be a good one.
Well, with apologies to our vertically challenged friends out there in
Hey, Hornswoggle is good.
Look, I don't think it's gonna happen. This has been happening to like Drew McIntyre, the Money in the Bank. It's been going too much that way to kind of let it all go to make a unified title. It'll be really strange. Seth Rollins has to lose it at WrestleMania. Would he lose it to Drew and then Damon Priest will come and cash in, or he will cash in a moment of Drew being unconscious or something like that? Who knows? That could happen as well. But definitely it will leave Seth Rollins' waist. But WrestleMania, that's 100%. And it's not going to pass that because Seth Rollins cannot hold for that long. Being the champion. We know all the problems he has. Otherwise, the story will continue. What's happening with Cody Rhodes? Again, we don't know. The press conference will give a bit of a light of what's happening. A strange thing, I don't understand why Bianca Belair is going to be there. I don't know if you guys want to talk about that. Bianca Belair is going to be at the press conference.
I think it's probably got more to do with the fact that she just launched a TV show with Montez Ford, loving WWE. So,
this is kickoff to WrestleMania. So it's kind of strange that it has nothing to do with WrestleMania. I'd rather have Bailey there or Io Sky, having them in there, because otherwise there's no point.
Maybe it's because Bianca Belair is going to win the Elimination Chamber.
Is she on the matches for Elimination Chamber?
I don't think they've been announced, but I'm just,
they've announced a few. So we know Becky Lynch is already through, and now we got Liv Morgan and Zoe Stark for the next one. And then we go forward.
Have they got, is Liv Morgan? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Because I haven't watched all of Raw yet.
Yeah, Becky passed. Liv Morgan and Zoe Stark have to battle each other. And then we got four more girls going into it, which we know is going to be one of them. Is going to be Nia Jax, 100%.
No, she's fighting Rhea for the title at the Elimination Chamber. That's been announced already.
I forgot. She's going at the Elimination Chamber with Rhea Ripley. Yeah, forget. My bad.
Yeah. There's no way Rhea's dropping the title in Australia. No way.
No, she's not going to.
No way.
She's not going to drop at WrestleMania either. I'm telling you that.
She's going to have a Roman Reigns type of reign.
100%.
No pun intended.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. The moment she loses the title is going to be the moment the Judgment Day splits. That's when she's going to start. Before that, she's not going to lose it. There's no point. She's been a great champion. She's been in TV more than Roman Reigns. She's defended the title when she needs to. So that title has been way more important. Now we got the whole Bailey Sky thing happening, which we knew was going to happen.
That was predictable, but still done right. Still done very well.
For a while, but did it great. So now we got finally the whole split. We don't know what's going to happen with Dakota Kai, because we don't know what she stands on all this.
I've got a feeling she's gonna be on Bailey's side.
I think she's the artificers. I think she's the one that's been behind everything. I think I said it before. I think I said it. that she's been the one pulling the strings and actually making everyone going against Bailey, because it's been a few. We just gotta watch back when all the stuff has been starting happening with Bailey. She's been doing shit in the background, so I think she's the one that's gonna be in charge of damage control now.
I don't know if you noticed the other day or not, but Dakota Kai didn't have her knee brace on for the first time.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Huh.
You guys can talk. I was
Interesting.
drinking water.
No. She's looks like she's well and truly back, man.
Yeah.
Not well and truly, but
she's there.
Fit. I think she's probably got cleared, medically cleared.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, she might have an involvement in WrestleMania as well. We don't know, but she probably will have something there. Like I said, I think she's the one behind everything, damage control. And that's going to be
That's
like
a good theory. I hadn't thought of that. That's actually a good theory.
Yeah, because if you watch, that's what I'm saying. If you watch back, it's really weird. Like every time that Korakai has been there, there's been a few, Paul Heyman kind of a cameo. Is that if you're not looking at Paul Heyman, you don't realize what's happening. But when you actually take everything away and you look at just a Paul Heyman, now you're like, that's what you've been doing. Same thing with Dakota Kai. If you take away everything's happening inside the ring and just look at Dakota Kai, you're like, oh shit, this is something different. Because every time the Bailey's been by herself, Dakota Kai lives with everyone else. Or she's been talking to everyone else when Bailey comes in. So it's kind of like she's always been there with the rest, but not with Bailey. So it's kind of like, that's why I think that's what's going to happen. But that's Bailey. That's that damage control story, which has been great. Hopefully continues, because that's been a fucking great story. But now we go start with what's happening in the Elimination Chamber, which we also know, we don't know what's happening with the main Elimination Chamber, but more than likely after what happened in Raw, something's going to happen in SmackDown, and that's going to create the card going forward to what's called to Elimination Chamber. One thing I want to bring it back, I want to bring in, which I don't think we talked enough about it, is the involvement of Nick Aldis and Scrappy Daddy in this whole thing. Adam Pearce, man. What a good job they've been doing. Fucking, it's absolutely insane. And they're building up to wrestle each other. It's happening.
Yeah.
You can tell. Without a doubt, this build up is so great. As soon as it happened, as soon as they had the first, clash, and I said, these guys got big stories coming from NWA. They had a big, massive story, and they never finished. But the way they've been building up, man, Adam Pearce is gonna step up the game, and Aldis stepped up the game again, and just it's a great story happening in the background with the GMs. There is, I don't know, guys, you guys want to talk a little bit more about that, but for me, fucking find it absolutely amazing. Everything with that there on screen, I pay attention to what they're saying and what they're doing, because something is cooking so good that we'll see probably a Survivor Series, something great happening between them two, which would be awesome. But I don't know, what do you guys think about it?
Yeah, man, great to see the GMs and everything that's coming up with that. It's going to be good, man. We've seen them fight, of course, in TNA or in Impact. So yeah, man, they always bring it when it comes to wrestling matches. We've seen their matches before. Nick Aldis is a beast. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that there's no doubt that it's all leading up to a match between them two, and it'll be good. And it's good to have authority figures back, at the forefront of wrestling shows. They're important. Even back in the day, they were always there, and I think managers need to make a comeback as well.
Yeah.
So man, it's old school. I love it. It's great. And yeah, two really good performers. So. They won't shy away from a match at all. And I mean, Adam Pearce is in good physical condition, but Nick Aldis is in peak physical condition. You can tell.
Was the champion in NWA just no less than a year ago. He was the champion, defending that title every week. like, wrestling
Yeah.
every week. So he's in
that's
absolute
right.
peak condition.
Yeah.
Adam Pearce hasn't wrestled, but pretty sure he's been throwing the rope around a little bit, he kind of gets the ropes a
Oh, he's
little bit.
training. You can tell he trains. He still trains. You can see that.
And if you look at him, like a year ago, you can tell he's actually been training because he changed, but he got big.
Yeah.
And then when you put him face to face against each other, you're like, God damn, that Clash of the Titans, you want to see it.
Yeah.
So I just want to say a little bit about that because he's a great storyteller in the background. But that's it with this Rock, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns story that we got so far. We have no idea what's happening, like we said. We'll shed some light on the press conference happening in Las Vegas, just to understand a little bit more what's happening, to finally hear Roman Reigns say something, because so far Roman Reigns said anything. We don't know if Roman Reigns is going to be at SmackDown the following this week. Probably he is, because he should be in every single SmackDown from now on to WrestleMania. He should be. The only one he probably won't be is the one here in Australia. That'll be the only one he won't be here, unless something changes and he makes the trip for some reason, just to do the trip. And that's pretty much it, man. I think it's just
Nice.
fucking great.
Yeah, man, we covered it. We covered a lot, but there was a lot to cover. But I think we did it in we did it within an hour. So that's a great effort, guys.
Yeah, good time, good time.
But for 3 South Americans, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I know. Do something on time. God damn. Well, we show up on time too, so far. Yeah, I mean, that's that.
Well, I got here late, so I was
Oh, but normally we here early, so we're good.
I kept up the tradition.
Yeah, that's all right.
We're good.
Like 1-2 minutes is nothing, bro. 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's like when on Instagram when you see those memes, like if you could call one person and they'd be late to a party, you'd win $1,000. Who would you call? Like, just call any South American, and you guarantee that money.
Yeah, 100%. You still the party. Like hey, do we get that 10?
Yeah, it's like when non-Latino show up for a South American's party at the time that says like on the invitation, and they're like, "Where is everything?" Oh no, we're just setting up, mate.
Yeah, pretty much. That is true.
Anyway, we digress. So, but we can't say. I know it's a wrestling pod, but we can't leave without wishing our partner in crime and ringside commentator Renzo Simbrasos good luck for his Kansas City Chiefs against the San Francisco 49ers.
Go
in the
49ers.
big dance on Sunday or Monday Australian time. So go Chiefs. Go back to back. As much as it pains me to say it as a Raiders fan, win it this year because we got it next year. So good luck, Renzo. Good luck to your Chiefs, mate.
Thanks, man. Hopefully Mahomes throws some good throws, and we don't hear too much about Taylor Swift during the match. That'll be great.
God.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Who's 49? What was the final last year? Who was in the final? It was in the same final.
Chiefs Eagles.
Chiefs Eagles. Yeah.
The Kels brothers against each other.
Because the 49ers, they did it. The 49ers went to the final the year before. Isn't it?
You know what? Actually, there's a video of Roman Reigns on First Take on ESPN where he's breaking down the NFL season and his top 5 or 6 picks to win the Super Bowl in order. And the first 2 were the Niners and the Chiefs. Like, he actually breaks. I know he's an ex-gridiron player, so he breaks it down. Like, try and look at it. Like, he's pretty smart.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a football
definitely.
fan, and you're always a football fan. No matter what code you ended up doing after, we know that.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, look, I'll go for the 49ers just because. So I don't know. Happy days.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Happy days.
Well, good luck to your 49ers then, right? I don't want to be seen to be like, one-eyed or,
I only follow 49ers because Jared Henry went there and I start watching him and but
don't even that. He who shall not be named.
Who shall not be named? I his name because
he's like the Brock Lesnar of the NRL now.
He is the Brock Lesnar of the NRL.
Big time, the Brock Lesnar. Talking about let's talk about Brock Lesnar. He's being
we're not allowed, are we?
He's being wiped out. Like he's not even a little bit of like he's being given the Chris Benoit fucking treatment. Absolutely destroyed, cut out of everything. even the cover, even the game itself.
Even the start of, I don't know if you noticed, but the start of Raw, like the promo, the WWE promo, then now forever, he's not in it anymore.
Yeah, he's gone.
But you know what? He'll be back, and I'll tell you why. I'll mention one name in particular, and that'll explain why I think Brock Lesnar will be back, not soon, but back to be in the Hall of Fame. Does the name Pat Patterson ring a bell?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Pat Patterson.
Last Monday, Michael Cole referred to him as the great Pat Patterson. And, you know, the less said, the better.
Yes,
there's
absolutely.
No comparison to what happened with Chris Benoit did. We know that. Chris Benoit never made it to the Hall of Fame. Never make it to it.
And he won't be. He won't ever be. He won't
ever.
But
ever.
I think with what's going to come up, because this is the thing. We know about the plane of hell. Brock Lesnar had a massive involvement in that one. Massive. That was like covered by Vince. But I think what's coming up, Brock is going to be just forgotten. And the problem is, it's been shared for his daughter. She's an upcoming all-star.
She's a shot putter in college. Like, I think she goes to University of Colorado. Yeah.
A massive wrestler. She was breaking records, and now it's making it really difficult for her. Same for Vince's grandson. He was a big sports star in the United States, and now it's getting really difficult for him. So it sucks for them. Unfortunately, what your parents do sometimes, it fucks your life as well.
Guilt by association, yeah.
Unfortunately, it happens.
Guilty by association.
Exactly. But I think Brock is going to be going for Wood, all depending what's going to happen, because we know all the NDAs that Vince did illegally. They're going to be broken now. So everything that's been said or was not meant to be said is going to be said now. And Brock was the right hand. The only thing here that worries me, I don't think has an involvement to it. The right hand of Vince was The Undertaker, man.
Nah, but he's not. He never did. He wasn't involved in all that shit.
I'll hope so. But he always was the right hand for Vince. So how much does he knows of all this shit? You know, that's
I wouldn't use the term right hand for Vince. He had a direct line to the old man always, and the old man listened to him a lot. But Vince's right hand man was Johnny Ace, I think. Mm-hmm. Johnny Ace is well and truly in the shit. And like I made this comment on an Instagram, on a wrestling Instagram site. It's like Johnny Ace is abandoning the Titanic. He's like saying, whoa. Wasn't me, it was Vince. And don't forget who Johnny Ace is married to.
Mm-hmm. The Bella's mum.
Bella Twins' mum.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Johnny, and there was always rumors about Johnny Ace as well. So, you know, it's like all this stuff that's coming out, it's stuff that wrestling fans knew about. And we spoke about this last week. It's the internal dilemma that we all face as wrestling fans, and you know, and the two faces of Vince, if I can use that terminology. So, mate, watch this space, because there's more to come. And when that doco comes out, like, oof. In fact, I'm going to try and get my hands on that, the actual written, like the legal document that has the complaint from the first lady that came out. So I'll try and read that. It goes for like 60 something pages, I think, which isn't very long for a legal document.
Really?
I'll send you the link, Mars. I got that one.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's brutal.
Bit of light reading.
Yeah, bit of light reading.
Light reading before go to
Brutality.
bed. Yeah.
You used to have a sweet dream.
Yeah.
Try to.
Definitely.
All right, guys. I think we covered everything, to be honest. I think we did a pretty good job covering, like you said, covering everything. We did pretty good fucking shit. Awesome. Really good. But we can't leave the podcast without having a Rensoverse moment, man. What do you got for us this week?
Hey, look, I've got a really good match of two young wrestlers, man, that one of them, Mars and I saw this, last year at the Australian event in Penrith.
Yeah, World Series Wrestling.
World Series Wrestling, we saw this guy and we were completely blown away by his agility, by his athleticism. We were really impressed. We saw him in the back before we saw his match, and we're like, who the hell is this guy? But I'm talking about Speedball Mike Bailey. And if you haven't seen a Speedball Mike Bailey fight, watch it. This kid is amazing. I think he's 28, so he's still relatively young. He's still got many years to go. He's currently wrestling for Impact, but this match happened a year ago, and under West Coast Professional Wrestling, and it's Speedball Mike Bailey versus Konosuke Takeshita. Holy hell! What a match! Now, this match I never thought would have happened, and it happened. But these guys just beat the living hell out of each other for a really small crowd, man. You can tell they do it for the love of the art. But fantastic match. It's not a very long match per se. There's a lot of stuff at the middle, in the beginning, and at the end. But the match is brutality at its finest. So watch it. Speedball Mike Bailey versus Konosuke Takeshita.
Already we got it. We got it in the Wrestleverse. What's it called? On the playlist. So you guys got there. You can see it. Already saved. Already found it. 24 minutes. Goddamn. Gotta see.
Yeah.
And Takesha looks young, to be honest. And Takesha is not old, to be honest, either. But it looks really,
not at all.
I just put it in the WhatsApp group. Is this goddamn guys? Pretty good match, man. For real. One match to watch, man. This is great. And just to remind people, we got videos of the Wrestleverse. You know, we talk about like these little short moments. So we got about the Wrestleverse. We put a little bit snips with images and videos of the actual matches. So go into our playlist. We got there. The hashtag Wrestleverse is there. Look for the hashtag Wrestleverse, and you will see it there. It's just we got a few. We just put up one as we were recording. We'll put it one. Hopefully, I'm aiming to put one once a week. So we one from once a week about that, once a week from what we talk in the podcast. So trying to create a bit of more momentum with the content that we got there. So, but as much the time can permit, because, you know, we work, we live, we got families, we got a lot of shit happening to us. Sometimes it gets really difficult to get this under, but we do it not because of the money, not because anything. We do it because of we love it, and also because now I got a great news. We gotta share it. We got an amazing fucking news today. Oh my God. We officially
Save the best to last.
We officially
Save the best to
pressed,
last.
thanks to our great Voice of Violence master, out of boredom, he did send an email to WWE for the Chambers press conference. And you know what? He gets a fucking response today as giving him the pass and the tickets to be at the Elimination Chamber as press conference. So confirmed, Lucha HSP will be compressed at the Elimination Chamber in Perth, man. Fuck, right? Master, you're going to talk a little bit more about this because it choked both of us when we were watching Renzo.
Oh, mate, you know what it's like. You know, you just put it out there, and like, as you know, we're just a young podcast. I mean, you guys have been doing it for a while, but I've just come in this past year or so. Look, mate, we're a news source. That's what we are. We're a podcast. Podcasts are now legitimate news sources. So I just put it out there, and you know, I said I'd like a press pass for the Elimination Chamber. It's here in Australia, and I just put it out there. And you know, next minute, as they say here, I get a press pass. So I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to representing the podcast at Elimination Chamber. And hopefully I can get a couple of the superstars to cut some promos for us. But, mate, that's just, you know, shout out to WWE for hooking me up that way. And, yeah, mate, I'm looking forward to reporting on it because, mate, it's like when I'm at a wrestling event or when I'm talking wrestling, I'm just like a kid in a candy store. So, mate, you know, it's what we love, like you said. We do it for love, not money. Yeah. It costs us money more than it makes us money. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? It's great, Mars, because this is the first big event and you know, you and I have gone to, you know, a local event as, you know, guests, but this is the first, you know, major professional wrestling event that you're going as Lucha HSP. So man, enjoy it. It's going to be great. We're going to live vicariously through you, man. I'm so happy for you. You don't understand.
Thanks,
it is
Appreciate
amazing.
it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I will, like I did at WrestleMania, I will record my first reactions when I walk into that stadium. Yeah.
Definitely keep pay attention. You have the Instagram, so you go live whenever you want. Just fucking go live on Instagram for Lucha HSP.
Yeah.
Just go live at any moment. Just go live, get live interactions. I'll figure out how to fix the video later. I don't fucking give a fuck.
That's it.
You just fucking get those videos up. I'll fix it later. But yeah, go live, man. So now fucking happy. And you guys heard it here. We are officially pressed the Elimination Chamber in Perth. So we're officially pressed, man. Fucking officially a podcast. Recognized as a podcast by WWE, which is huge. So now, so I'm really happy. Like you said, sometimes you put it out in the universe and something comes back up. We less expect it, and this happens. So hopefully, one of these times we put it out as a podcast, we all go together. Mate,
that's the dream, isn't it?
That's the dream.
That's the dream.
That'll be awesome. Just to go to one event all together and just be press and have back. It'll be great. Hopefully, it's a WrestleMania too. That'll be awesome. That's a press at WrestleMania. But winner later on. But with that great note, we give it to a finish to this podcast today. We talked about The Rock, pretty much, and all this bomba that happened in WWE and the wrestling universe. Anything to say before Mas give us a final goodbye?
No, thanks for listening. Thanks for listening, guys. I appreciate everything that you guys do and watch the videos and our, Instagram. So thank you for the support. And yeah, we're going to be bringing you a lot of news from Elimination Chamber because we're going to be right in the thick of it with Mars. So exciting times.
Yeah, and look, exciting times indeed in the world of wrestling and in the world that we love. And if I can just quote a former US vice president, there are known knowns and there are known unknowns. That didn't make sense at the time. It doesn't make sense now. Neither does what's going on in the WWE at the moment. And that's why we love it. So, yeah, keep watching the product. Trust the product. Keep listening to us talk shit. Keep listening to us fantasy book. Shout out to all the listeners. Smash that like button on all the social media. Smash that subscribe button on YouTube. Smash that follow button wherever you listen to us. Help us out. We're here for fun. We're here for love, not money. And we just love talking shit and love talking wrestling. So we'll talk to you guys again next week. And special shout out to the Teamsters in the US. Keep safe on those wintry roads, fellas. And keep listening. Send us a DM or send us an email. We're here every week. Viva la lucha libre.
Nos vemos.